Hello there, William Stewart, joined by Sean Green.
Wait, I
We're
thought you
here-
were fired.
Hey, I'm back. What
Why
can I
wasn't I
say?
told?
Hope you got your backpack ready. Here we go, folks.
Oh, it's strapped in.
Well, we are ready for another night of Division One CSC Challenger Series action here, brought to you by the PPD. We got Shayne Sugar Johnson, taking on Kenny Doyle this evening. Should be an epic battle as we are into the top six, folks. That's unbelievable.
Honestly, this CSC Challenger Series, every single CSC Challenger Series, seems to just fly by. Like, what's going on here? We got 4 weeks left of this bad boy, and that's it. And it's crazy to me every single time, dude. We got Kenny Doyle, Santa. I know him. He is a Super Dart sponsored player playing out of Kissimmee, Florida, at the Skybox Tavern, home away from home for all of us at the CSC Challenger Series. His average is a 5.34. Do you want to know how crazy this is, bud? That's fourth.
That is nuts, isn't it?
It's fourth. Like, Kenny Doyle has the fourth best average in the CSC Challenger Series. That's stupid. Oh, boy. But he lost to Jeremiah Millar. We saw that last time on stream. And ever since then, he's just, ran through a couple more guys and gotten to this point. 59 marks. 50, the big 5-0. 96 7 marks, 83 5 marks in 58 games played. His win percentage 71.4 with a loss. And then you get into keep going, man. And then you get into Shayne Johnson from Osseo, Wisconsin, which I'm probably saying that wrong as a Wisconsinite. I apologize for that. Also, Super Dart sponsored player. He is averaging the big 5.0 MPR. And he lost to Rick Hensey his last match, which people tend to do that nowadays. He has 28 9 marks, 96 7 marks, 74 5 marks, and he has played the least amount of games of anyone left in the CSC Challenger Series because he's only had to play 3 matches, man.
Only 3, and those 3 were against Steve Hennings, Mike Carter, and Rick Hensey. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this battle. You mentioned the averages. How about this? We got 6 people left in this bracket. They're top 7 in averages. We got Gates at a 5.70, Hensey at a 5.43, Millar at a 5.35, Doyle at a 5.34, Johnson at a 5.0, and Kyle Liddicky at 4.92. That's right, folks. All the folks left in this bad boy, 4.92 or higher.
Those right there are facts. And how about this fact, bud? Kenny Doyle has played 58 games to 45 for Sugar Shayne. They have the same exact amount of 7 marks. That's a lot of 7 marks by Sugar Shayne, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that is a lot of 7 marks by Sugar Shayne, as you've had 5 matches for Kenny, 3 for Shayne, and Shayne's been plowing him in. That's pretty much what's gotten him to this point. He's had 12, let's be honest, he's had what looks to be 22 less 9 marks than Kenny overall, so a lot less booms, but he still has some great numbers with those 7 marks. So looks like we're going a little slow-mo here for Kenny there for a second, but it looks like we'll kick it back in gear, hopefully, as
what do you mean?
we were suffering a little bit of technical difficulties before we started tonight's stream with the game screen at Skyboxes, but hopefully we've got it resolved. It looks like we do for right now. We'll knock on some wood.
Hey, listen.
There we go.
I'm going to knock on some wood for this statement, but Kenny Doyle has pretty much promised us a moon landing tonight. I don't know if you saw that comment, but Jeremiah Millar posted about, look at that. Boom goes the dynamite there on the very first opening cork, a 180 by Kenny Doyle. La-di-da-da-da. So, Kenny Doyle commented on it, on that post by Jeremiah Millar about his celebrations. And I said, I love it, but you already know that. And Kenny Doyle responded. He goes, that's it. I am celebrating every big throw, and I might even moon the camera. And I did remind him that he did offer up a moon landing tonight. So put the chillin' to bed, because it's going to be a little bit of an NC-17 related Shanta here a little bit later on.
Get your blinders ready, folks. Get your blinders ready. Here we go, folks. Kenny Doyle to start us off. Race to 9 battle here in our Division 1 CSC Challenger Series battle.
Man, you couldn't even see those starts. They were going in there so fast. I don't know if you noticed that. Nick is getting everything figured out, guys. He is frantically scrounging around back there in his Boom Goes Wisconsinite jersey. Apparently, a lot of them got delivered today. I'm excited, bud.
Yeah, I got one. Nick's got one. I know a few more out there on Facebook that arrived today. How about that? Boom goes the Wisconsin jerseys going insane, and we got another one on the horizon, folks. How about that?
Yeah, we do. And boom goes the dynamite there for Kenny Doyle, or should I say, boom goes the Floridian.
Dropping any hints or anything?
Not the same ring to it, but guess what? The jersey's awesome, so go buy it anyway.
Boom, boom, boom. Kenny starting off with a bang here. 6.50. Let's see if he can just strangle it all together here. He's going to do it. Another 16. Oh!
He's coming out hot, hot, hot. You see, this thing is a rolling early on, bud. My goodness. Hey, I missed you on Wednesday, but I know you missed us a little bit more after watching that match back, did you? Because that was edge of your seat, fantastic 110% action.
Yeah, it definitely was. I had a thrill going back there and watching it, including the Will got fired statement, which was completely untrue, as Kenny throws a 6.25 in there.
Oh, I thought he was going to lift up his shirt.
Will took the evening off, spent with the family, so my apologies, as Sean had to strap the backpack on for Nick instead of me.
Cole Hansen says, where can I get a Boom Goes this Wisconsinite jersey? Every Wisconsinite should have one. I agree. As you can see, it has been posted down there for you. Just head to that link, and you can find it right there. They're pretty cool, man. Don't they make you look slimmer? I think they make us look slimmer.
Green's a slimming color, my man.
Yes, I am. It's going to be a fun night. Can you tell?
You are good. You are good there, sir.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Well, we didn't say it. What's your prediction in this one, big guy?
Oh, you haven't asked me that question since it's week 1. Man, I'm going to take Kenny. I love my Wisconsinites, don't get me wrong. I think Kenny pulls this one out. He just seems like the focus is there. He seemed like in his interview that you guys are going to hear later, he was very truthful in the fact that he did not feel it when he played Jeremiah, felt tired. And I know that he wants that rematch badly. And unfortunately, Sugar Shayne is the one who's in the way of that. Sugar Shayne also, in his interview, was very open and honest that even when Shayne's thrown well, Kenny's put a whooping on him. So that could very well be going into my prediction. What do you got, bud?
I was going to go 9-6 Kenny myself. I have the same feeling you do. I think Kenny's just coming out for vengeance after taking that beating to Millar. I think that he is itching for a comeback here. We'll see if he's got a little comeback special and potentially could make that happen. As at the bottom of the bracket is Kyle Liddicky and Jeremiah Millar. And then at our king seat is going to be Rick Kinsey and Leonard Gates. As we didn't take a look at our bracket, really, I wanted to mention that as we get a 9 mark there. What do you say?
Boom goes the Wisconsinite there for Sugar Shayne Johnson. I was waiting to explode on that one. I don't know if you noticed that. I got all like prepped. I was like positioned myself, like my body like got into position, ready to pounce.
You just wait for the lead in, big guy. Just wait for the lead in, my man. Oh,
hey yo,
got a little touchies. I went to check out the old chat here, popping that open for the first time. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us here.
Yeah,
almost 400.
Steve Bain giving us the best comment so far says, Can you guys please replace Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the Monday Night Football broadcast?
It's pretty bad, isn't it, my man? It's pretty bad.
Well, as boom goes the dynamite there for Kenny Doyle, but man, yeah, it's bad.
You know who I enjoyed? I enjoyed Thursday night's broadcast with Kirk Herbstreit. I thought that was a lovely addition to an NFL game, as he's been doing college football for years, man.
Huge Kirk fan. I don't know if I like him for NFL. He's good all the way around, but I just feel like he is so good at college football that it almost sounds weird to hear him do anything else. It's like hearing Jim Nantz do anything other than "Hello, friends."
Well,
Like
Kirk, if you want to come join me, just come join me. We can kick old Sean Green out of his position, and we'll have you in the booth for some darts. How about that?
So I just wanted to piggyback on the discussion here. One of the messages I got, speaking of commentary for sports, I guess on the NFL Red Zone on Sunday, one of the announcers said, "Boom goes the dynamite," and I got about 4 messages sent directly to me about that. I just wanted to let you guys know, everybody was sending me messages when that happened.
Do I need to sue somebody? Who do I need to sue?
Let me get that money. Kenny looking to turn the tide here. A big trip, and he'll probably take a look at the 20s. He's going to take a look right off the bat.
Yeah, who needs the big trip when you can just point lead right there and then close the 20s? Kenny Doyle don't play that game. Gator never been about that life. Never been about that life. Kenny does seem like the type of person that would have the nickname Gator, by the way. Have you noticed that?
He does.
Do you know how many dart players in Florida claim to have the dart name Gator? There's too many.
I was thinking, Nick,
when you're the best of the bunch,
Nick might be the one to pull a desk pop. Nick has no idea what we.
Everybody does it. Everybody does a desk pop. It's like it's a move that you just do.
Look at this, 5.0, 5.89. Sugar's on his toes already here.
Yeah, he's dancing around that arena, but Kenny Doyle just throwing in some haymakers early on in this match. There's another one. See if he goes to the 18s. Oh, is he staying? He stayed and hits. Kenny Doyle.
He is on a mission. I talked to him in advance prior to our interview, and he said, "Listen, I played League before my match. Normally more darts helps, but this long format, it is so tough."
He paused for you. He paused for you.
Goes the Wisconsinite.
With that being said, though, he's like, "Listen, I want to get back. I want to drill in," just like he said. He mentioned his interview, but he really is on a mission, and Sugar Shane knows he has to throw 5-5 if he wants to win tonight, and that's going to be the case.
Well, Shayne, I am from Indiana, so I do actually know the Ball State reference you got there going on. But I guess who never wanted it to be a part of their whole I don't know what I'm saying. Copyright. Guess who never copyrighted it? That's right, Ball State University.
Oh man, that could have been a big dart there. Potentially, that was still some quality stuff, but
oh yeah,
Shayne's still within distance here if he wants to take a chance.
Look at this, just hammering the 16s. Boom goes the Wisconsinite again. My goodness. Back to back. And Kenny Doyle just doing what Kenny Doyle does. Look at this. They're over 1,000 points apiece. This is leg number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. Hit that share. Let everyone know this is going to be fireworks all night long. And Sugar Shayne taking out the trash. Oh, almost points it as well. Up, he lost a dart.
Been there, done that one. It just seems to blend in with every carpet out there.
Dude, every single venue, it does not matter where you go. That flight, no matter what color you pick, blends right in with that carpet. It's impressive. It really is impressive.
Ooh, Shayne is going, is that in? Is that not? He's kind of, what do I do? I think it might have been in, but
He's not going to accept it.
Nope.
He should, though.
Could this turn on its head? Could this turn on its head right here? Oh!
That would have been brutal, though, if he got that last bullseye in and then that happened. We would have been talking about that for at least 5 more minutes. Bullseye. Got it. Woo. Sugar Shayne takes out that haymaker of a match, and we got a 1-1 scoreline, bub.
1-1 indeed, sir, as we take a little break after leg 7, per usual, for those that are just following us, and then continue on with the rest of our match after a couple quick interviews in this race to 9 as we take a quick view from the skybox. There's a couple people sitting in the background supporting Kenny, a couple CSC Challenger Series players, and Nick Lepic, Austin Braswell. I'm sure that Brian Dennis and Jesse Gore are somewhere in the mix.
Hey, Will.
Yes, sir.
Hey, stop by A2ZDarts.com after the match to check out their brand month specials. It's all about shot darts during the month of September. Now until September 30th, you will find select shot player darts on sale like the Kyle Anderson, Ryan Murray, and Torrey Hewish barrels. Today's stream will also be featuring the Shot Darts Zen range during the commercial break. The Zen models all feature classic ring grips and push points that will suit most players and throwing styles. Enjoy finding your inner Zen with this affordable darts range. And leave a comment in our chat. Hit that like button for us. You'll automatically be entered into tonight's raffle brought to you by A2ZDarts.com. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Shot Zen darts found at A2Z.com. You'll have your choice of many different models in the Zen series like Roshi, Dojo, and Satori, bud. That's a pretty good thing. All you got to do is leave a comment in the chat, hit that like button for us, let us know where you're tuning in from, let us know who you have in this. You're automatically entered. It's that easy, bud. You get free darts.
Free darts just for commenting. Hello. Can't go wrong there. And going back up top to grab some more points. 280 to 152 here.
Your dad getting in there says, "Nice job, Nick. Nice job tonight, Dick."
Thanks, Gordon.
He is doing great. He's doing great. He's hitting that refresh button when he needs to.
Good stuff. Enjoyed a nice Sunday brunch over at Pops' house this weekend.
You did?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, looking forward to having him in attendance for TOC, I think. He's going to be coming up there on Saturday.
We get a party with Pops.
Yeah.
Let's party with Pops night.
Throw a few back with the old man. Uh-oh.
Look at this. Caleb Ferris tuning in from Indianapolis, Indiana. That's a cool city, buddy.
Well,
it's the dynamite from Kenny Doyle to follow that Indiana reference. Is it coincidence? I don't think so.
I don't know how cool it is to be an Indianapolis Colt fan right now, but, I mean, I guess we could ask you.
It'll be a lot cooler next Sunday at about 4:30 in the afternoon.
Not after a 40-7 butt kicking from the Chiefs.
Did you just spit out your drink? Boom goes the dynamite there for Kenny Doyle. Oh, boy. Well, I'll be at that game, so I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, man. I can fit in a suitcase, buddy. It's all right. Well, Kenny's going to look to 1, 2, 3 this bowl. And have a 5+ MPR going into the next leg.
We got Shayne tuning in from old Wisconsin Dells. Hey, we've been there.
Yes, we have. That's a nice.
We went
little,
to the pillowcase.
Yeah, that's a nice little town.
Dagger Dan Taylor in there. Keith Deere saying, "I want to go with the Wisconsinite, but I think Doyle will win." St. Joe's, Missouri. And then go Chiefs, which is a stupid thing to say in the brackets. Sorry. Lawton, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Lawton has a nice little tournament going down there October 9th. That weekend. October 7th, 8th, and 9th. They got a nice little tournament down there if you're in the area. Go check it out.
Sorry, the way you just kept saying October, it would just remind me of, hey, what's today? October? Oh, it's magazine day. I had to stop myself once I realized what the quote actually was.
Good. That's good. 2-1 currently. For
Sorry,
Kenny Doyle.
Nick, that's from the movie Billy Madison. Sorry, my bad.
Thank you.
He doesn't even know anybody named Billy, let alone that movie.
Look at that from Kenny Doyle. Throws in a 7 mark again. Man, Santa's on a sleigh ride tonight to victory, perhaps.
That was good. Nick busted out laughing in the background there.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite. Coming right back there for Sugar Shayne.
I was surprised you didn't go ho, ho, ho. Goes the Santa man there.
Shayne with the sweet response, though.
And I just wanted to shout out Austin Braswell in chat. We were having some technical difficulties before the stream and even right before we started having some issues. And we would not be watching this match if it wasn't for Austin jumping in there and getting that board fixed up for us. So shout out to Austin Braswell.
Yes, kudos indeed. You know, I wanted to mention Sugar's probably got an audience there watching him. I noticed that he's been doing some streaming of his own on Wisco Darts.
Yeah.
For his matches, and he usually has about 5 to 10 people in the background watching him. So I just wanted to give a shout out. They're actually on the other side of his throwing arm, just out of distance or out of view from our game screen. But I wanted to mention him, and it looks like he's having some issues tonight.
Weird. He's gonna have to back something up here because I gave him a double 20, which I'm gonna guess he did not hit a double 20.
Yeah, definitely weird indeed. Is that's going to have to be something that we watch here?
Close.
Trip 18 instead. My word.
Now. At least it was close. It's a good 6 inches away from each other, guys. That's a bad matrix right there, maybe. Southeast Minnesota. We got Oakdale, Minnesota in there. Cheering from Sugar.
You also notice we got a Scottish great in the chat, William Wallace.
Oh.
It's actually
My
Will
goodness.
Wallace, but I couldn't help it.
Dude, you were great in Braveheart. Led the Scottish to victory.
Outstanding. 5 mark there from Kenny, but Sugar Shayne looks like he's got this leg wrapped up as he's throwing a 6+, looking to make this 2-2. I think that Sugar's going to come bring that heat just like he needs to try to win this match.
Sugar.
I think I was going into this +2.
Money.
I was going to go -2.5 for Kenny on the spread here, is what I was thinking. And I think Sugar may be the odds favorite at +2.5, honestly.
Well, look at that last leg. He lost throwing a 5.57. I mean, Sugar is here to play. He is not slacking in any of this. It's really just comes down to who has the stronger start.
Well, the one thing that I can tell you this, Sugar Shayne has played 45 games and only played 3 matches. That's an average, let me do the math, of 15 games per match. So you know that he plays some close matches. He scraps. He's going to get it in there with the best of them. This is going to go a 15-round affair, I'm telling you, at least.
15 rounds is what we can hope for. I'm hoping for the old shootout, 9-8.
Kenny Doyle shanks the field goal to start off this one. He kicked that thing wider right than Rodrigo Blankenship in overtime last week. And Sugar Shayne Johnson responds. Boom goes the Wisconsinite. A 9 mark to open. Arian says, hey, what's up going out on my dart friends in Fargo, North Dakota?
I was saying the exact same thing you were up there in Fargo, man. Talk about some snowfall up there. Woo! They get it up in North Dakota.
Look at this from Sugar Shayne. Boom goes the Wisconsinite again. That's a sweet, sweet 9 mark, Sugar Shayne.
Don't look now, but we've got 10 9 marks in our 5th leg, folks.
These guys are just throwing okay.
Just okay.
Just okay so far.
Semi-decent.
And Kenny Doyle is just kind of like, okay, cool. I'll just come out here and hit my 3 mark and step aside. But Sugar Shayne, only a 1 mark. He ruins everything.
Steve asking about the Kyle Liddicky match. I think that potentially is going on as we speak. I think the next match that we're going to see on the stream is going to be our King seed, I believe.
Nick?
I'm currently researching this fact right now, so give me a quick second here. We're going to check to see if anybody has any updates on Kyle here.
Well, guys, don't forget to leave a comment in our chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from, because tonight's live stream is brought to you by A2ZDarts.com, and they are doing a live stream giveaway. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any shot Zen darts found at A2ZDarts.com. You'll have your choice of many different models in the Zen series, like Roshi, Dojo, and Satori. Boom goes the dynamite, Kenny Doyle. And, yeah, it's that easy. Leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button.
Kyle and Millar are playing Saturday, according to Carly Griggs, who, ironically, is actually listening to us tonight. So watch what you say, bud.
She was just seeing if you were actually fired.
Just kidding.
What's that backpack? Couldn't hear you.
Hey, you stick to your satchel and calm down, sir. Look at that big 9 mark.
Goes the Doyle.
Hey, Doyle rules, buddy.
12th 9 mark. Man, that's an Adam Sandler movies, I'm telling you.
Use that quick enough. I'm going to tell you what.
Look at this. Sugar Shayne started out 9 mark. He's losing this leg. And Kenny Doyle's going to win it right here. Boom goes the Floridian. 3-2 scoreline. Kenny Doyle, he's getting some cheers for that one. A 5-5-7. And Austin Braswell in the background giving a little extra from Skybox. Jeff, where you been, buddy? Really need a new catchphrase. It's been here for like the last year now. You gotta just get on board here, bud. It's not going anywhere. We've already tried to get rid of it multiple times. It's like a ghost. It's like a ghost in that movie where you throw it outside and it ends up right back in your seat when you come back. Nothing we can do about it at this point.
I guess it's just gonna be there forever, unfortunately, as I unfortunately got to deal with it on live streams as well, but hey, that's okay. Wendy getting in from Janesville, Wisconsin. I hear they got a nice little event going up there in January that a couple PDC pros are going to be attending. That would be nice to attend.
Well, look at that. A couple PDC pros, huh?
Baggage, Devin Peterson, Damon Hedda.
Well.
Check it out.
Yeah, Ryan Miller says like Adam Sandler's movie, Remote and Click. Why didn't we think? That was great. Great recall. That was a great recall there, Ryan. Rick Hensey. Honestly, let's talk about Rick for a minute, right? He's playing the King Seat match against Leonard Gates. We have rarely talked about him. It's always been like in passing. He's been like the 4th or 5th player we talked about. Why is that, bud?
He goes underneath. He kind of slides underneath the rug. He's up there from Minnesota. He kind of is well known up in that area. But let's be honest, still broadening his growth nationwide. I mean, your Leonard Gates, Jeremiah Millar, they've been around for quite some time. They've thrown down on in the gauntlet for quite a while. But Rick's a name to watch out for. He slid on through that bottom half of the bracket. Honestly, the preferred route if you're looking at the bracket and the big names. But he's one that potentially could win this bad boy and do it in a nice fashion by holding the king of the hill and then going and winning more. How about this? Another 9 mark.
What's the Wisconsinite there for Sugar Shane Johnson? Buddy, you ain't wrong. You are not wrong there when you're talking about Rick Hensey, but I need to remind you that he's second in average overall. He's higher than Jeremiah Millar. He's higher than Kenny Doyle. He's higher than Sugar Shane Johnson. I'm throwing it out there that he's got the game to maybe compete with Leonard Doyle next week.
Leonard Doyle.
Leonard or Doyle, and whatever it is.
Leonard Gates. And yes, that is a king seat, and we will see it on the stream. I believe it's going to be our next match. So next Monday, the 26th. Looking forward to that one. And folks, we will take that week off for the PPD TOC Tournament of Champions, and then we'll be back on the 10th.
Soldiers in the chat. My bad, Soldier. My bad.
Soldier, nice little run this weekend, sir. Or last weekend, I should say.
Yeah, I will say it's always cool when the North Americans are playing over there because I put it on for my kids at school. And so they end up watching live darts for a little bit, and Soldier's match happened to be during the last period of the day, the last 20 minutes or so of the class period. So instead of doing the last assignment I had planned, we just, threw that out the door and watched Soldier play live on pdc.tv. It was awesome.
He actually won me a couple dollars. I'll just say that. Oh, thank you, Leonard. Appreciate it.
Well, now he's gonna want some of that.
That old 2.5 margin. I knew he was gonna be at least 6-4, if not pulling off the victory. And
look at this, Sugar Shane making it look easy against Kenny Doyle. 5-6-7 to Kenny's 5-5-0, and Kenny never touched him in that leg.
Folks, that makes it 3-3 as we head into our deciding leg before our break. So who's going to head into the break with a leg advantage? I guess we'll find out here. As folks, so far it's been a 5-1-7, 5-2-5, 5-6-7 for Shayne, 6-2-5, 5-3-8, 5-5-7 from Santa Claus Kenny Doyle.
Good old Santa.
I really like that the nickname is it's starting to get out of control now.
Well, when it's with the alliteration of Sunshine State Santa, it works out perfectly.
Well, as long as I still get my gifts come Christmas Eve and Christmas, I'm going to be fine, okay? So don't give me no lump of coal, man. Just make it happen.
If he's checking that list, I hope he's not checking it twice, all right? Let's put it that way.
You better check it twice. You better check that thing 100 times because we don't deserve a dang thing at this point.
I think Kenny likes us.
No. Enough to stop. Well, no, let's be honest. He didn't even stop. He just continued on with his action as you took a picture.
He gave me a little smile. He looked at the camera briefly. It was fine.
Oh, man. Look at this.
Kenny going big down trip. To 17s, 18s maybe. Yes, sir. 18s go the wayside. A 6.0 for Mr. Kenny Doyle.
Yeah, trying to guarantee the lead going into this break, and he looks like he's going to have it.
Nick in the chat, someone's asking where's Shayne shooting out of?
Oh, that is a good question.
I believe it's called the Shots something or other in Wisconsin.
Shot spot?
It's not the Shot Spot. I have it right here. Actually, I had it written down because I could not remember the name of it for the life of me. It is going to be the Shoes Pub is what he wrote in the chat.
Pub, okay. We wouldn't have got that
Menominee, right. Wisconsin.
That sounded like a question.
It was me trying not to do a Will Stewart pronunciation. That's what that was going for there.
Ben Nelson saying he's shooting at Shoes Pub. Got it already figured out there. Ben, thank you. Appreciate that. Someone's doing their job.
let's be honest, there's a ton of bars that support darts in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They have a ton of vendors up there too. I think they have something of 15 plus, maybe 20 vendors up there.
Menominee.
You murdered Menominee, but it's all
My
good.
Florida education showing true there.
I'm glad it wasn't me, because I would have been even further off.
Said it correctly for the record. I can't even say that without laughing. All right, Kenny's going to look at the double 16. No, he goes back up to the 20s like a smart human being. Menominee. It's not that hard.
Hey, what's the name
goodness.
of the town again, Chad? I can't seem to remember.
If we only had Steve Hilger in the chat, that might be the best one right there. Oh, man.
Gosh, we're going to head to the break here soon, thankfully. You'll be able to hear some good conversation with the players by our own Nick Durachi Teixeira, but Kenny Doyle needs one bullseye and some points to do so. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Gets it done by the hair on his chinny chin, which is a lot of them, actually. So, we're going to head to the break now. Will, any closing thoughts as Kenny Doyle has a 4-3 lead on Sugar Shayne? What's Shayne got to do to win this thing?
He's just got to keep doing what he's been doing. He's been holding right there in the matches that Kenny started and doing well in the matches that he started. So, honestly, just keep hanging in there, try to steal a break, and then ride it out till the end. Let's find out what happens. Let's hear from these players, and we'll be right back with the continuation of this match. We'll be right back, folks. Stay with us.
Don't go anywhere, guys.
My name is Shayne Johnson. I play at a Shoes Pub in Menominee, Wisconsin, and the vendor is Midwest Coin.
Well, Sugar Shayne Johnson, welcome to the CSC Challenger Series Division 1 broadcast with your match this evening against Kenny Doyle. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm ready to do this.
Awesome. I know it's a little taboo. I am wearing my Boom Goes to Wisconsinite jersey, even though I have my Florida friend on. But I had to rock the New Jersey tonight. So with that being said, you got a great match this evening in front of you with Kenny Doyle. Have you guys had any experience playing against each other before?
Yeah, I played. So to qualify for this, I played in a league Kenny was in. Got whooped up on twice, pretty good by him. So I know Kenny pretty well. I actually threw very well, but Kenny just threw better. So the league that obviously I threw in when I signed up, I was looking for a league and saw his name first, and so figured that was a good one to jump into and get right into it.
Well, now you're here. You're in the final 6 players. We're nearing the end of this bracket, so it's a long time coming as you're one of the few players averaging above a 5-0. Only the remaining players are averaging a 5-0 or higher. With that being said, your match against Rick Hinsey, that was the match on the winner's side that sent you to this side of the bracket. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
You know, at the break, it was a good match. I was throwing good early. Rick just kind of caught a second gear in the middle that it's just kind of hard to keep up with sometimes. You kind of feel like you're along for the ride sometimes.
With your match against Kenny Doyle, what's your key to success to come out on top?
Well, throw a 5-5 plus. I mean, I got to break, you got to break some of Kenny's throws. Try to, and I got to win my starts because I know what Kenny's going to bring, and to break his throw is nearly impossible sometimes. So I got to win my starts, and if I don't throw probably a 5-5 plus, I'm not going to win the match. So I got to do against a guy like that.
And then let's say you do make it here to the very end of the tournament, you cash out $4,500. What would you spend that money on?
Whew, that's a good question. I have 3 children, so I'll probably go to most of them, I'm assuming, because they're expensive. So my youngest boy is getting into darts and absolutely loves it. So I need to buy him some darts. So that'd probably be my first purchase. So
I love to hear it. And then what do you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else that'll be watching along this evening?
Thanks for all the support. This wouldn't be nearly as fun without you guys. I've got a lot of messages from people that I know well, don't know real great, some I don't know at all sorts of people. So I appreciate all of it. You make it a lot more fun.
Well, we're excited to see some fun darts flying tonight against you, Sugar Shayne Johnson, versus Santa Kenny Doyle on the Aki. We're excited to see how that pans out. We wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I am Shayne Johnson. You're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
This is Kenny Doyle playing out of Skybox Tavern in Kissimmee, Florida, representing C&M Darts.
Well, Kenny Doyle, welcome back to the CSC Challenger Series Division I broadcast once again. Of course, we're going to see you. You're one of our favorites. How have you been since last time we talked?
I've been doing great. Played the Bullshooter Regional this weekend, so I should be warm.
First thing I want to talk about is last time we saw you were playing Jeremiah Millar. Can you tell us a little bit about how that match went for you?
I wasn't really into it. I don't know why, if I was tired or the fact that I'd played a league match prior to that, but I didn't play well.
Well, you're not playing well is still better than most people on their game, because you still ended up coming back and having an excellent match. And right now, looking at the averages of the remaining 6 players of Division 1, you're averaging a 5.34, and while all averages are above a 5.0 for the remaining players, Sugar Shayne is only a 5.0. That's about a 0.34 difference. Do you think that'll come into play in your match tonight?
Just depends. He shot 5.7 on me in league before, so he's more than capable.
Well, what's your key to success to coming out on top against Sugar Shayne Johnson?
I'm going to play just like I normally do. Be a lot of pointing. And hopefully if I'm playing well, that'll add up to a win.
Well, that we're excited to see how that plays out for you. And then, of course, let's just assume that if you get through tonight's match, you would have a chance to potentially rematch against Millar or play against Lidicky. And then, of course, there's also Hinsey and Gates at the end here. How do you stay focused knowing that all these matches are just incredibly hard?
You know what? I would like to get another chance at Millar. Just from, I played weekly against him last time. I won't do it again.
That is an enticing affair if it is to come true. But of course, we got your match tonight, and we're excited to see you play Sugar Shayne Johnson. Is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
And just thanks for all the support, and hopefully I'll do you proud tonight.
Well, I know you don't disappoint, Kenny Doyle, and we're excited to see you once again, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck in your match.
I'm Kenny Doyle, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
All righty, we are back once again, ready for the continuation of our match here. As
this teamwork in action.
We're matching.
Boom goes the Wisconsin Knight.
I guess we're matching because Sean had to just go change things up on us, so he wanted to be just like me and Nick, and that's what he's done. He's excited to go for the end of this one between Kenny Doyle and Shayne Johnson. We hope you are as well. Thanks for joining us once again. Looking forward to this one.
Look at Kenny Doyle in the flesh. Up 4-3, buddy. Throwing well. They both are. They're both throwing very well.
Well,
are you alive?
I'm barely alive here.
I said.
Barely alive here. I've had my coffee before this. Now I need a little tea or something. Keep my energy going.
I'm going to go put back on my backpack. Obviously, I need it.
Listen.
Will Stewart looking sexy with those glasses. I mean, look at him. I mean, look, he just looks so good, doesn't he? Matching us.
Let me tell you what, every once in a while, these eyes can't see nothing without these glasses. Oh, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I did get fired for the week, guys. So back at it again, Steve. Dealing with these two guys, unfortunately. As we go quiet.
Bobby Ames saying my Boom Goes Wisconsinite jersey I won off the live stream just came in Saturday. That's awesome. Yeah, we love it. Makes us look way slimmer. Mustache asks, do you just like to annoy Will Stewart with the buddies? He told me he is not a fan of that. What's that supposed to mean? Huh, Will?
I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of Jeremy Byrne in my life. Who's that guy?
No, I said mustache, so you obviously know who Jeremy Byrne is.
Never.
That's true. You kind of gave it away that you know who Jeremy Byrne is.
Oh, man.
I gotcha.
We're going to take our last few warm-ups before getting underway here. Once these guys both kind of log into the match.
Travis Janice asks, are any of you going to be at NDA Regional in Sioux City, Iowa? Will, I feel like you'd be the only one that might be.
No, the regionals we don't really go to. It's more the team dart event in Vegas that we stream. So,
well, Kenny's giving a little wave there to Sugar. As we get going here, leg number 8, getting rolling. He had to pull his darts out of the board.
Who will advance into the top 4 for a nice hefty chunk of change? Do we have the differentials between money here?
We do. I thought you'd never ask. For 5th, 6th place, which is the loser of tonight's match, you win $1,200. The loser has their shot at least $1,350. So an extra $150 is on the line on this one. Doesn't seem like much in the grand scheme of things. But as soon as you start winning more of those matches, and it goes up to $1,750, and then $2,250, and then $4,500, it becomes quite a difference for the winner.
Certainly so. I mean, honestly, for the pay-in for this bad boy, what was it, $100? I think it was $100 for each one of these individuals, and
100 doll hairs, yep.
You're starting to see a nice little chunk of change thrown back at you for how you finish in this one as we are in the top 6. It's Kenny Doyle, Shayne Johnson, Rick Hinsey, Leonard Gates, Kyle Liddicky, and Jeremiah Millar.
Hey, buddy, a lot? Is that an actual thing?
Yeah, you definitely do, buddy.
For sure, bud.
Dang
for
it.
sure.
Dang it, buddy. I didn't know, buddy. Now it's stuck. I'm not talking anymore tonight.
It's all right, bud.
I'm gonna sing everything instead. Sorry.
Oh, no.
7 mark there for Sugar Shayne. Hey, Will.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to know how to become eligible to play in major PPD events like the CSC Challenger Series?
I'm afraid we're about to find out.
Well, players become eligible for those by playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments, or DRTs. Leagues are starting daily. Get involved by going to dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any locations with G3 boards within the PPD system. They are always accepting new members, so if you don't see anything in your area, have your vendor contact us on the website. From there, players can sign up for leagues on the website. It doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing in one league per week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com today.
Ian Hansen asking for a Danish translator, please. That's what Google translates for, sir. No, just kidding. You may need it with that ramble. Man, let me tell you what, kudos to you, buddy, because you always sprout that off, and you always make fun of me because I go about 2 miles an hour compared to your 100.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, I did not have to look at the last 3 lines. I have that memorized. Boom goes the Floridian there for Kenny Doyle. We got 14. Soon to be 15 after this round from Sugar Shayne. Boom goes the Wisconsinite.
Easton Albert saying, yeah, I got to get on that so I can play in this as well. Yes, sir. You're an individual that I'd love to see in Division 1 of the CSC Challenger Series. Jason Albert's quite the talented individual out of North Dakota. You and Chip and a few others up there could be in this bad boy.
Yeah, Jason's good for Division 2, maybe.
Get out of here.
Scott Quarter in chat asking, how many CSC challenges has there been and who won the first? Well, this is the third one that we have done with me, Sean, and Will. First one getting won by none other than Kenny Doyle for Division 1, and Division 2 would be Dan Levine. And then the second season, Leonard Gates wins out Division 1, and then Division 2 is won out by Chris Watson in a double dip. And now we're here to kind of watch the conclusion as we're in the last little bit of Season 3.
Yeah, so our third session overall, and it feels like just yesterday we started this bad boy.
All right, Kenny's got some work to do, and he looks like he's up for the task. Hitting a lot of 19s. Only 5 of them. Isn't it weird that we've gotten to a point where we say only 5 of them, and it really does mean only 5?
Yeah, you really tend to say that, and honestly, your opinion changes when you go to like live streamed events, too. Honestly, you just if you really think about it in our commentary, it's like you're so used to seeing it now. It's just like another mark.
Gross. It's so gross, man. Right? Like, we used to get so excited for all these 9 marks for each match, and the miraculous starts that we've been able to see. And now we're just so jaded. It's like, yeah, why are you only throwing 5 marks, bro?
So Carly letting us know Brian Dennis won the first CSC. I think Mike Maloney has won one as well. A couple individuals throwing that out at us. So there you go.
Hanish asking a stupid question. Do they host one where only Will Stewart commentates?
That's called USA Darts, buddy. Every once in a while I run solo, but it's a rarity.
Well, if he keeps this up, he'll be riding solo. Riding solo. A lot more often.
Doyle throwing a 5.18 currently. Looking for a 7 here. Gets a 7. Barely in front.
Yeah, he's up 4-3 on the scoreboard. The beautiful thing about the format of the CSC Challenger Series, with it being loser start, is that boom goes the Wisconsinite. Sugar Shayne does not actually have to break any of Kenny Doyle's throws. If it gets to a last leg decider, they recork. So a bit of an interesting format there, that Sugar Shayne, just by holding his throw the whole way through, will take us to a last leg decider where he will have the opportunity to throw first, potentially.
I'm going to be honest with you, though. I think Sugar's going to feel a lot more comfortable breaking at least one time.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you go into that last leg knowing I have not broken throw and he gets to start, it's almost like a mental break.
A mental break. You heard it here first, folks.
A mental break. Hey, it's not as bad as
that
Leonard
thing on a
Doyle.
jersey, I'm telling you that.
Not as bad as Leonard Doyle.
I don't know why you keep repeating something else you said. 7 mark for Kenny Doyle gets us started here in this leg. Kenny going first in this one.
Attention PPD players, today, September 19th, was the last day to play matches towards the $50,000 TOC Supercharger bonus pool. How it works is for every PPD remote league, daily remote tournaments, or all-star triples tournaments played, players earn points on our all-star rank list. The more points a player has, the higher position they hold on the list. Eligibility for the Supercharger is based on the play in the 2023 TOC year. Between July 15th, 2022 and September 19th, 2022, any players in the top 500 All-Star rank list positions on September 21st, 2022 will be playing for bonus pool money at TOC. For every TOC doubles and triples win, each TOC Supercharger player gets a piece of that $50,000 prize pool.
Yeah, that was a great recording. Do you ever watch those commercials where McDonald's remember back in the day McDonald's would have a special day where it'd be like, today only from 4 to 7 p.m. fries are $1.52, and it would be like 6:45 when you saw the commercial for the very first time. You're like, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Today was the last day for this $50,000 supercharger, and he still just went through the whole thing.
He said, run to the bar, get your games in, hurry up.
You got an hour and a half on the East Coast.
My word. Hey, it's the effort that counts as Nick turns red in the background.
Sorry, Nick. I love you.
Monopoly.
Looking like a Christmas ornament right now.
And I'm going on Doyle's tree.
Big triple here. Look at this. Big darts.
Say it. You know you want to.
Huge. Broom goes the janitor from Shayne Johnson.
I don't know, man. That round was like a Black Eyed Peas. It was going boom, boom, boom. Goes the Wisconsinite right there.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. So Shayne with an opportunity to take this leg right here. If he wants it. I was going to say, I don't see him going for it. I'm going to go all triples or all 15s if it was really me, because if you go at that and miss just one time, and by one time, I mean you got to get a double and a single, most likely Kenny's going to win the leg. Tough dart to work around here. You see him step over.
And he hit the double pole. Wow. Kenny Doyle, those darts were awesome, man. What else can you say? You got to go for it, right?
No.
Oh.
He needs another triple. He's got it.
I don't want to play this game with Kenny.
Well, he needs another double here. Let's see if he can do it, or just two fat bowls, and he can take a look.
Has your phone been on this whole time?
Man, I don't know what. I must have turned off my phone off of silent, and it is going nuts at this point.
Well, what did ESPN want to tell you? Is it about this match? Because otherwise, turn it off.
No, it's about a 41-7 rout the Bills gave to the Titans tonight.
Oh, that sounds good.
And what's terrible...
Hey, Scott Hanish, how about that? Suck on them apples.
What's terrible is I had the under at 47.5, and of course it was 48 points.
Well, that was a dumb decision then.
So that's just absolutely crummy. If you're
Kenny Doyle gets the lead. There's the point lead. You go at the Bulls.
He's going to go
there
for it.
There it is. Sugar Shayne breaks Kenny Doyle's throw, and he takes a 5-4 lead. You said it. There's Scott Hanish. Hey, you said it, buddy. Yep, Sugar Shayne is going to feel a lot more comfortable now.
Yeah, he's going to feel settled in, like, okay, now I've got the advantage. Now I can really attack Kenny how I want to and see how this match plays out. And Kenny, unfortunately, starting with no mark. Look at this. This could turn the tide, folks.
Oh, Wow for Kenny Doyle. And Scott Hanish, at least we're not 0-2, buddy.
Door wide open for Shayne Johnson to run on through.
Yeah, and he's running hard through that door.
This has been a big momentum shift in this match. We saw Kenny dominant, and right now we're seeing critical errors at times where he needs to be perfect. Even that last couple rounds of the bowl there, he missed 2 bowls before hitting the double to get the point advantage, which is uncharacteristic for a player like Kenny Doyle. Same thing. This is the second time now where those 20s did not start off strong for him, and we're seeing the best out of Sugar Shayne Johnson.
We are seeing the best out of Sugar Shayne this evening because he's giving us the good stuff this evening.
Can I ask you a question, Will?
Yeah.
Does Kenny want it too much? Like, does Kenny want to prove that him winning season 1 wasn't a fluke, that him losing to Jeremiah was a fluke? Does he want it too much?
If I talked to him I'd have to get a feeling on that one and actually talk to the man myself. But it's hard to believe that because Kenny's just been doing this game for so long. He's been playing for 30 plus years. Who does he have to prove? But at the same time, I could very well see that being the mindset that he has, and maybe he's just kind of slipping and falling and having one of those unfortunate, moments when he shouldn't.
Well, boom goes the dynamite right there for Kenny Doyle. And the good news, we have one of his best friends that's in our little tripod here. So, Nick, what do you got for us on that question that I asked?
Kenny Doyle's very much a pragmatic realist. He is someone that knows the game, but also doesn't set unrealistic standards. He knows Leonard Gates requires him to play perfect and Gates to be off. He knows Jeremiah Millar is someone that is going to always push him to limits and usually have an edge up. But he is not wanting it too bad. He knows that he is here and he does have the ability to win it. It's more so about finding that comfort, finding that rhythm, and finding that stride. I don't think it's wanting it too much, and he definitely doesn't have anything to prove, but rather he very much is just trying to find that rhythm. I don't think the mindset of proving anything is going to be a factor here.
Well, look at this. Instantly, Nick Selepic is in the chat. No, he does not. He is just doing what he does. As Nick is actually in the screen right now. They're in the green and black at the Skybox Tavern. So, little words from in-house.
Oh, look at that from Kenny Doyle. He looks focused in currently. And Nick, can I just say you look beautiful tonight?
I realized you were talking to him, and
yeah.
I mean, I agree, but all right.
Yep. Definitely talking to Mr. Selepic back there. There's the little wave. Oh.
Five mark there from Kenny. So a 5, 6, 7 from Shayne and a 5-2-9 from Kenny right now. Shayne looking to tack another leg on here to make this 6-4 potentially.
Shayne is doing everything that he needs to do right now in this match, bud. Here's what I'll say. I unfairly asked that question about Kenny because, to be honest with you, Shayne's been the one who's been out throwing. It has not been Kenny throwing badly. Would you agree with that?
Say that one more time.
This has been more Shayne stepped up his game tonight and not so much Kenny has been throwing poorly.
No, exactly. No. I mean, that I would exactly prove that. I mean, if you look at the averages, 5.17, 5.25, 5.67, 5.63, 6.0, when currently for the session, he's throwing a 5.0. So he's throwing well and above right now his current NPR. So I would say he's probably throwing around a 5.2, if I would say, with the losing legs.
That was an interesting move by Kenny because what it did is it forced Shayne to stay on points all 3 darts. He almost feels like he's wasting a dart closing the 16s or the 15s there. And it gives Kenny 2 different options to point on.
Rodney's saying, yeah, a 5.25 is very poor, laugh out loud. It's hard to say out loud, but when you're talking,
it's not.
The caliber of players that we have in this Division 1, yeah, I mean, you're going to have to average it a 5+, no matter what. If you're even going to sniff an opportunity at winning Division One, and I'd almost have to say 5.5 or even a 6.
Well, let's talk what a 5.0 average really means. A 5.0, any of these remaining players, the 4.92 being the lowest with Lidicky, but everyone else in the 5s, does not mean that we are only expecting them to throw a 5.0. It means we're going to multiple games in the 6s and the 7s, and the worst games is only going to be in the 4s. And right now, Sugar Shayne's turning it on. And as Nick said in the chat, Kenny is missing a bunch of critical shots.
Yep, exactly. Here could be a big one to get him right back on track.
Oh, he's not going to do it. Not going to do it. And you're right. It's about to be 6-4. There it is. The Wisconsinite pulls ahead by 2.
All right, for Kenny, brush that off. Forget about it, as they say. And continue on. Just do what you've done in the past. Throw a 6-0 here. A 6-0 is going to be tough to beat with the start.
And Kenny can easily turn that on right now. You see, he's throwing a little bit more methodical. He's slowed down just a touch. Do you see that?
Yep, just a hair. See if he continues on with that.
Man, Shayne just has such a beautifully timed action. Just nice and rhythmic.
Looks like we had a question in the chat I wanted to address here. Sid asking about a little controversy from last week. I wanted to just go ahead and say if there was really an evident form of like something happened in the chat, we'd probably go back and look at it, adjust things, and see how we go about that from then on out. But both players confirmed that there was no real issue, so we advanced with the winner of the match being Mark.
Yeah, and again, while you can see a line there, you cannot see the front of the line. You can't see if there's black right there that's completely covering, that he's still standing behind. Sometimes those lines are set up finicky and weird. That just my little extra on that is that we just can't be sure. There's just no way.
If you look actually at Skybox actually has a weird throw line where theirs is a metal carpet cover, I guess you'd say it, or a edge cover. Yeah.
And you see Kenny's throwing behind it, but you can throw on it. You can't stand on that to throw. That is part of the way that's set up. That was one of the first questions I asked when I got to Skybox that night, because it was an interesting throw line. So again, you never know where the correct line actually is in some of these places. So unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do about it. And even if there was, I still don't consider that a huge advantage.
Yep, exactly. You still got to play your game and still got to win outright. So is what it is. Kenny currently 319 to 284. Looking to make this 6-5.
Look at these
again, his 16s, man.
Neck and neck averages. That's been the case tonight. These players are throwing identical. There's not really been any blowouts. It's neck and neck. Who's going to give first?
I mean, and neck 5.6s is like been how neck and neck it is. And Kenny Doyle, he is trying to stay in control. And only a 2 mark for Shayne, so Kenny definitely in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, like I said, he's got to throw like that 6-0. He's right now at a 5.83.
And he has a 6.0 game.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I knew if he came in with a 6-0 in this round, he has a very good chance of going into the next leg at 6-5. And it looks like he's going to do just that.
Hey, look at that. Look who's in our chat here. BDG himself, the bearded dirt guy. Congrats on
There we
DP
go.
Chicago this past weekend. Champion of that one. Hats off. He's won the last 2
Back to
DP
back.
Chicago's.
Back to back.
My goodness. Then saw Dustin Holt. Did I see correctly that he got to taste a little bit of Kenny Doyle's wrath at Bull Shooter in Florida?
I believe he was at Bull Shooter in Florida. I believe he was. Well, the outcome per se, I didn't have time to tune in a lot this weekend. I did turn on for a couple seconds, but don't know if they towed the throw line together. I'm sure they did. No one
They played
knows
against each other
caliber.
in the finals.
Did they?
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that, Kenny did mention in his interview they did get first place in pro singles. So I'm only guessing that he got the best of Mr. Holt.
That's the beautiful thing about some of those brackets is you can run it 5 times and get 5 different winners each time.
Sorry, I'm laughing at BDG's comment because I do it all the time, man. Where I comment is the wrong. Love it. Sugar Shayne trying to keep the advantage here. A little bit off early in this leg, bud.
Yep. And this is the thing. You don't want to let Kenny have any room because Kenny's going to storm back, and it just takes a little hole or two, and all of a sudden it's a new match because he starts clicking. And those 6s and 7, 9 marks start connecting.
Would you say those sleigh bells start jingling?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that. I like that. Good reference there, sir.
Oh, look at this from Kenny. Oh. If he hits the 17s there, he goes back to the 18s, doesn't he?
I think he would have, but right back to the 19s for the points. Does so with a nice 6 mark on those.
Nice 5 mark there from Shayne, but it's just not enough right now. 5 marks are not enough right now.
Exactly. Got to be 5.5 or higher for the NPR. So I'm guessing 7 marks got to be your number right now. Big triple. Needs another.
And he gets another. Gets the point lead. Although just barely. Kenny goes trip on the 19s. He'll look at it.
Yeah, I certainly think he would take a look. He may even take a look now.
Nope, trip. Now he's looking up. Oh.
Just how gutsy does he play? And I think at this moment, Kenny, that was the right move. Go ahead and stay down there for points. Try to make this a tied match. 6-6. 3 legs away from a win.
One of the things Kenny Doyle and I talked about in private leading up to tonight's match, last time we saw him, when he played Jeremiah Miller, he played a league match before his dart match. And he says that he's used to playing dart tournaments all day. But what he's not used to is these long format matches where you're constantly getting pushed. Usually when you're playing high intensity matches, they're best of 3s, best of 5s. And he had to remind himself, this is a best of 17. I need to stay focused the entire time. I can't throw darts other than the warm-up prior to, and I think that's one of the difference makers we're seeing tonight.
Good chime in there, sir, because I don't think a lot of people realize that. It's one thing to play all day in a tournament. It's another to play for 2 consecutive hours with a short break in between. Totally different standard there. As Mike Mullany mentioned, maybe it allows players to exceed the stats that they've had in the past. Maybe some people, it hurts them come middle to end of the match.
Yeah, I think when Mike says it exceeds what they could do, I do kind of disagree with that. I think it honestly is more impressive to see these guys with those averages throughout because they have to be so consistent. And yeah, they're pushing each other to these averages. Don't get me wrong. That is definitely the case. 5.56 from Kenny Doyle, and he needs at least that. And he needs at least that to win this leg. But right now, 2 bowls. There we go. Kenny Doyle has tied this thing back up at 6. Oh, boy.
I don't
This
know how
got
this is going to
interesting.
end. Yeah, this is. I was coming in this 9-5 towards Kenny, and now all of a sudden, I mean, both these players, it's really hard to give an edge to either one.
And getting a little bit frustrated. That's the first time I've seen a little bit of frustration out of him walking to the board and snatching out his darts there. But again, we just mentioned it. It is tough to just continuously get pressured repeatedly every single leg. Both of these guys have been doing that to each other in this match. So both of them have got to be feeling the effects of that a little bit in this match.
I mean, we can't count out Shayne Johnson there. I mean, he's been playing for about 12 years. In the last 5 years, he started taking it seriously on a competitive level. And while that's not a lot of experience when you compare it to Kenny Doyle, that's plenty to know that he has the ability to really stay focused and get himself back in gear when he needs to.
Open 19 from Shayne. How about another? One more.
Oh, he went at the 18s. He went for a kill shot. Sid says, this is one of the longer formats I've seen. It's also only cricket. What are you thinking for length? I like this length. I like best of 17, especially for soft tip for all cricket. I think this is perfect. 1.5 to 2 hours is about where we end up every time. I don't see any reason why we would change that to longer or shorter. It's just we agree this is one of the longer formats that we see. And so these players aren't used to it as much.
I think potentially if we see an expansion, which may not happen, we don't know. If we do see that expansion, I think we could see a potential race to 7 instead of a race to 9 happen in a lower MPR consideration. But for right now, we got the 2 divisions, race to 9. It ends up being a perfect time slot-wise. Usually about 1.5 to 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer, but perfect.
And Jeremy Burns said, best of 17 is great for 1 match a week. Definitely can't do that for a tournament.
And this is the thing, is how do these guys
do it? 24-hour?
How do they feel tomorrow? Because my arm would be hurting. I mean, I can only imagine after a league night where I play 7 legs of 501, 6 legs of cricket, and my arm's kind of feeling it the next day, let alone, after these guys. Granted, I'm a streamer now. I'm not a player.
These guys all work out. You don't. So I could see where your arm might be a little bit sore afterwards. Kenny Doyle, I know he's in the gym pumping weights on a daily basis. You have to have that athletic figure. So my guess is that his arm is not sore at all.
They came to be here the best at darts, not working out, okay?
Well, Kenny is also probably the most appropriate player for Boom Goes the Dynamite, considering he's a fireworks salesman. He does have Bullseye Fireworks is his company.
Oh, so that would be the hat. Okay.
Has he got any deals for some Boom Goes the Dynamite type people?
I do.
Steve Dyker tuning in. Scuba Steve saying, love this format. Next day, not so much. So he's one that it kind of, unfortunately, you feel it the next day. Maybe you don't want to do another league match after that.
Richard Shawley saying tiebreaker 5,001 double in, double out split bowl. I think the double in part of that would be miserable if someone didn't get in. Just how long they'd have to sit there and watch their opponent go down. Brutal.
A triple there. How about another Does he take a
19's
chance at it?
goodbye.
Yeah. Yep. I was about to say, does he take his opportunity now?
He likes 4-3 on bulls. He doesn't like 5-3 or 6-3.
Kaja, the next tournament Will and Sean will be back. Will be TOC coming up this October 1st.
You weren't supposed to tell.
Yeah, we were trying to ignore her. Way to go.
Yeah, for USA Darts, we got TOC, we've got Witch City, and Seacoast on the bill still. So.
And your favorite commentator will be there for at least one of those.
At least one. Maybe more. We'll see.
Ooh.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
All right, 16s from Sugar Shayne. Those have been his sugar triple tonight, if I do say so myself, those 16s. He's been railing those things.
Do you see that frustration there from him? He did a little face wipe or something. I don't know if it's frustration or relief, but a lot of emotion coming from Sugar Shayne Johnson right now.
Oh, I think this is a big-time match for Sugar. If I was in his shoes, I think this could potentially be one that you mark on your list as, hey, I got that one off of Kenny. Remember that one time? And to advance in the top 4, I think for him, that would be a great spot to be. Oh,
Kenny Doyle just needs 5 of them. There's one. No, he's not going to do it. And he knows it and throws a bull anyway, just for good measure. That was an angry bull. And Sugar takes a 7-6 lead. The Wisconsinite takes back control. He threw a 5-2-7 and lost the leg.
easy to think, but these are the averages you got to bring in Division I, folks. I mean, just to let you know, Chrissy Grimmel threw a 5-0 in a winning effort in Division II. So, yep. I mean, the entertainment value here on Monday and Wednesday nights is rising, to say the least. So come be a part of it, dartstoc.com. Check with your nearest vendor. Get involved today.
And as a reminder, guys, A to Z Darts is sponsoring a live stream giveaway tonight. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Shot Zen darts found at atozdarts.com. You'll have your choice of many different models in the Zen series, like Roshi, Dojo, and Satori. All you have to do is leave a comment in our chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Who do you have in this one? It is 7-6 Sugar Shayne Johnson over Santa Claus himself, Kenny Doyle. And hit that like button, automatically entered in for your chance to win. It is that easy. Who doesn't like free darts, especially the Shot Zen darts? Those things are cool looking, man.
And the whole range is pretty neat. So let's see here, though. How's this one going to end up? Can Kenny make this 7-7? And it looks like we did get that fantastic question in there about the game screen. That 7-7 on the game screen is, of course, the first leg cork. So it is 7-6 currently. Shayne Johnson.
Hey, look at that. We got some Omaha, Nebraska in the chat. Man, did you know Brandon Neal's from Omaha?
Hey, I did know that.
JoJo from Indy, rooting for Kenny in here. We got Iowa in the chat. Kenny Doyle ain't playing around this game. Look at this.
No, sir. No, sir, he is not. And unfortunately, Shayne's not having the best of efforts here. Did you see that? He took a little ghost throw pretty quick to the board is Shayne.
Yeah, starting to speed up just a touch. You wonder if that's going to start pushing Kenny to start to speed up a little bit. Chris DeSoto from Kissimmee, Florida. We got some Wisconsinites in there. York, South Carolina. Love that. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Jacob Worthy, of course. Been with us since the beginning. Green Springs, Ohio. Rick Askins.
All over, folks. Thanks for tuning in and enjoying this match with us this evening. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, it is awesome to have you guys here. Hopefully you're enjoying these players. They are putting on a show for you as Sunshine State Santa in control of this leg right now.
And after seeing
Go ahead, Nick.
I was just going to say, after having an off leg like this, you have to wonder if the sugar's starting to sour for Shayne Johnson there, as he is not in form as we have seen him so far. Just a little shaky as Kenny brings it back 7-7.
That line was almost a little bit too sour for your mouth, sir, as that was a little strugglesome bust.
Sally
but hey, that's quite
sells,
all right.
She shells. Nope.
Nope, messed that up too, but
Already
hey,
got it.
It was a good try.
You missed your warm-ups for the evening, and unfortunately, you got to wrangle it in quicker as there he is. I was wondering when he was going to do it. Steve Hilger giving you a doozy of a name there, buddy.
Tulips, Washington?
Hump Tulips, Washington. I'm sure he's not for Hump Tulips, but I'm sure he'll come up with a new name here in just a second.
What's funny is his hometown is probably a weird named place too. If he lives in Wisconsin, I'm just saying.
Is it as good as Monopoly or Menomina, Wisconsin, though?
It's Menominee. Menominee is where Sugar Shayne is playing tonight. Menominee, Wisconsin.
Oh, I hope you all enjoyed that one. I just couldn't resist.
Kenny Doyle looking at some trip 17s, only hits 2 of them. And a 7.0 from Sugar Shayne. Someone mentioned the sugar souring, and he has sweetened right up into some trips. Big boom goes the Wisconsinite.
19 9 marks in this one. I think you said 20, didn't you, Nick? I think you said 20. Let's see where we end up at.
Well, we also had a lot of 9 marks early on this match, but they definitely haven't been throwing as much in the second half. I think that's a fatigue of the long format and focusing on those consistent point closes rather than going for these wide openings.
Sugar Shayne is from Osseo, Wisconsin. Boom. Goes that dynamite. I didn't even hear what you said, Nick, but I was pronouncing that.
How about another?
Boom goes the dynamite there for Kenny Doyle. He needed that 9 mark. Will it be enough?
People giving me the subtle nod in the chat for being a fantastic butcher. I would agree so myself. I do a fantastic job of butchering those last names.
You are the backpack butcher. And Kenny Doyle sawing down these 16s. Going to look over the 15s? Nope, he tried to fit it in there. I think he's talking to himself right now about how he should have gone 15s. Oh, but Sugar Shayne lets him right back off the hook.
A 9 mark flips the table right here.
There's one. Looking up at the 20s. Oh, back down to the 16s. And he can't get it. So Sugar Shayne in control of going up 8-7.
Go fat on the 16s.
Yep, there they go. And who you calling fat?
Hey. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I needed quit eating so many sandwiches.
Kenny Doyle is going to try and put some pressure on. I'm surprised he didn't go 18s on that last dart.
Yeah, just go ahead and try to shut him down. Maybe he thinks that Shayne's just going to go ahead and...
Nope. No, he's going to go right at those 18s. That's wow.
Why, yeah.
If he went the 20s, it just makes like it's a wasted dart on the 20s then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do totally get what you're saying there. Unfortunately, he's just kind of put himself in a spot where he's 80 plus down.
Steve, we can definitely get that prize for you. Scuba, calm down. It was one Super Bowl in like the last 30 years, okay?
For the slowest book read of your life, Steve.
Kenny needing to hold the throw here. 8-7 to bring it to the tiebreaker. He needs to start strong. He needs to be finding those 20s and opening nice and big. He can't afford to do a critical miss at a time like this.
So far, 517, 525, 567, 563, 60, 485, 512, 544. We've had one leg in the fours on the winning side from Shayne Johnson. 2 from Kenny.
What?
Oh, buddy, oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Not worth repeating.
Kenny Doyle, boom goes the dynamite. A 180. He throws 3 in the bed on the 20s. And we have reached 21-9 marks in this match. And my, oh my, what a wonderful day if this goes to a last leg decider.
I would love it. As I mentioned earlier, I said I would love for this to go 9-8. I think you all would as well. Potential. This has potential. Up top
goes the dynamite. Kenny Doyle. My voice is going bye-bye, guys. It is leaving the studio that is my wife's office and heading out the front door.
Well, Santa Claus coming into town? Looks like Santa Claus is trying to come to the tiebreaker here. This is getting dicey.
You just need to wrap those up in a little gift and give them to yourself, Nick, because, oh, man, you're not giving us anything good here.
A 7.25 in this leg.
Speaking of gifts, how about this gift from Kenny? Man.
How about Jacob Worthley sending us 1,000 stars? Boom goes the dynamite there.
Love it. Boom.
And
double.
Let's go, baby. Last leg decider, a 7.15 from Kenny Doyle in that one that he needed to throw. He's going to wave a little bit. They're going to do a little clappity clap, clap, clap to each other, and we are going to diddle for this last leg decider, bub.
Who gets the start here? That's the question. Because, no, the Kenny did break. He did break because they had to break in order to make it 8-8. Correct?
That is correct. He did break one time.
Yep.
But this is not going to help. Wow. Only 90. I only say only 90 because it's half what he got the first time he diddled.
You're looking for a triple and a 20.
Stay straight. Stay straight. You got it. He went the smart route. What a smart route. Sugar Shane's going to go first here in this last leg decider. That is playing checkers, that's playing chess, not checkers right there, buddy.
You guarantee he went
14-11.
Yep, 14-11 wire there.
Yep.
No need to question it and possibly hit a 1, possibly hit a 5. That dart, when you need it, can be tough. Although it's a fat wedge, it can be tough. So he makes the smart decision, goes for that 14-11 wire, and didn't even hesitate.
Loser gets $1,200. Winner moves on to continue to try to get that $4,500 first place prize.
Who do you have in this one, guys? Leave a comment in the chat. And don't forget, it's brand month over A to Z Darts. They are featuring Shot all September long, and you can take advantage of select Shot player darts being on sale until September 30th. Featuring the pro player lines of Kyle Anderson, Ryan Murray, Tori Kewish, and more. Be sure to browse the Dart of the Month, where you can receive a free gift with purchase of any Shot Americana darts or the Mega Tactical Darts case. And I'm sorry, I gave you till a last leg decider.
Well, I usually do it last leg decider because you don't want them tuning in and checking that out beforehand. But that's all right. You butchered Tori Q. Ash anyways, because if she was in this chat, she would let you know. Those Aussies, man. Those Aussies.
I hope she does eventually.
All right. He strapped on the backpack, did the dirty work. We appreciate you nonetheless. Sugar Shayne.
This.
Going
Sugar.
at the 18s.
Sugar, sugar. Oh, honey, honey. A 9 mark. Boom goes the Wisconsinite. He needed that. But look at this from Kenny Doyle. Stays all day on the 20s. What do you feel, bud?
I was thinking he's definitely going to go over and take a look, but he knows he's got the heavier number. He's got the 20s, got the 19s. I think he's just going to play this one out and try to best him on the board. As now it's tied ball game. He can choose what he wants to do now. Brian,
this off on the 20s.
This is the loser side.
Yep.
On the 20s. Then does he take a look? Now he'll go
Get
back
to 20s. Yep. Smart darts, textbook. It's like he wrote it himself. Look at Sugar Shayne Johnson going to work. This a little bit of back and forth, bud. This is round 17 of this heavyweight bout, and they have been throwing haymakers at each other left and right. Who wins this, bud?
I'm going Kenny just because he went ahead and closed that one. He's got the 2 mark or the 2 house advantage now. Although it's slim, he still has that 2 house advantage.
Sugar's got to stay 17s all day long. Yep, get 7 of them. This is getting interesting.
Oh, certainly so. It'd be glorious to see get heavy into the rounds here.
Uh-oh. Ooh, that is a last start saver there for Kenny Doyle. And Sugar Shayne now going to have to look back at the 17s. But if he hits a trip, he can go for the closes.
Yes, it can. I mean, I think he might go for the 20 here at least. Oh,
I'm shocked.
I am too. I'm surprised, especially with that big number.
I like it so much. It's such a smart play. It puts so much pressure. It puts so much pressure on one specific thing.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Well, I don't like it as much right this second, but he still has the same opportunity here that he just had. But now he can't take advantage of it. But he still gets a 7 mark. My goodness. Sit back, relax. I hope you guys are enjoying this bad boy. I need some popcorn. I'm watching some glorious, glorious darts go on. 17s. He went 19s instead. Boom goes the Floridian. Kenny Doyle.
101 down is Shayne. And not gonna do it here as he looks to open up another number. I think that was a smart play there from Shayne because unfortunately Kenny's gonna come up and hit 1, 2, 3 on these 17s and does it in 1.
And I'm just gonna look over the 16s. Or the 15s, goodbye. Now 16s. Oh. Now Sugar Shayne gets his look at his favorite number tonight, the 16s. And only gets 5 of them. And if that's not the phrase of death tonight, I don't know what is.
Yeah, 1-2 pop for Kenny as he looks to advance into the top 4. What an amazing game this has been this evening.
Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this match. I know that we have. Hats off to both players, but this thing ain't over yet. Sugar Shayne gets back that point lead.
See, potentially still 3 darts away. Here
Oh.
he goes, double first. Kenny Doyle, folks, with
Wow.
9-8 win.
And he breaks the Skybox curse.
That
Jesse Gore broke the Skybox curse.
Actually, I would say, yeah, Jesse did, because Jesse beat Steve in an immaculate performance.
You're right. Jesse threw the darts that would break a curse in his breaking of that curse. But Kenny Doyle keeps the non-curse thing going from this point forward. What an amazing match. Hats off to Kenny Doyle. He threw a 7.25 or 7.15. And then that last leg decider, he threw a what?
5.25 in the last leg decider. So honestly, folks, I mean, that's quality stuff there. I think we had 3 overall matches with winning averages of 4 in the 4s. Sorry. So yeah, when you're talking that, that's a great night of darts.
Yeah, that's wow. Wow. Well,
We'll take it.
we will take that. Big darts from Kenny Doyle. Huge fight from Sugar Shayne Johnson. I mean, hats off to him. Boom goes to Wisconsin for sure. I mean, wow, buddy. That was everything you wanted in a match, right?
Edge of your seat action the whole way through, back and forth. I mean, our highest leg differential was 2. And I think we saw that twice before it quickly went back to a tiebreak scenario. So, yeah, the distance is always what we want to see here. And we got it this evening once again. That's back-to-back, buddy. Back-to-back.
Oh, man, I wish that we could boomer this thing and go back. Wednesday night. We will see if we can do just that. Do we get 3 back-to-backs in a row?
I don't know. We very well could see that, folks. Who do we got on Wednesday night? Let's actually go check it out as I'm going to pull up our CompuSport bracket.
I have no idea.
It looks like it's going to be Tyler Holmes taking on Randy White or Gerald Rutledge, and I think that match is actually going on as we speak.
Wow.
So, and it may have ended already. I think it may have ended already, and we're just waiting to see who won that one. But, yeah, Aaron Ham.
Randy 9-7 over Gerald, says Tyler Holmes.
Oh, so it's going to be Tyler Holmes and Randy White.
So Tyler knows exactly who he gets to play, too. He's been checking that thing out. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for that matchup as we enter into our top 6 Wednesday evening in Division 2, folks. And our remaining competitors are going to be Randy White, Tyler Holmes, Mark Rowe, Brian Smith, Aaron Ham, and Jeff Burning. So who's going to come out on top in Division 2? You'll have to find out Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those averages are going to be really close, bud. Really close. Anything can happen still at this point, and that is the beautiful thing about Division 2. And Division 1, could we get a rematch of Kenny Doyle and Jeremiah Millar? Ooh, buddy.
Ooh is right.
Jeremiah's got to get it done first, but if he does so, I think that we might. And if that's the case, next week's going to be a doozy, and then the week after that's going to be a doozy, and then we're going to have doozies all the way through this floozy. You know what I'm saying?
There's some potential huge matchups coming as you got Kenny Doyle advancing, the winner of Kyle Lidicki and Jeremiah Millar facing Kenny Doyle, and then we've got the King Seat, Rick Hensey and Leonard Gates getting ready to toe the Aki next week here live on stream. So those are your remaining competitors in Division 1. Boy, oh boy, 5+ in averages in that group. So hang with us, enjoy the streams every Monday and Wednesday night right here on USC Darts and Partners Promoting Darts.
Guys, have a great night. Thanks for tuning in with us, and we will see you on Wednesday.
See you guys later.